hey guys, welcome back. All right, well here we are, mine number 7. Yeah, this is the one you guys have been waiting for, and the one that I've been looking forward to explore myself. This one's going to be a whole lot of fun. But before we get started, real quick, once again, I want to say thank to all of you who put a little bit of money into the channel's tip jar over the last week. I really appreciate that. And to all of you who did go in and hit the subscribe button, thank you so much. It really helps the channel out. I really appreciate that, guys. Yeah, I really do. Thank you so much. All right, so here's what we got for you. This is the 7th mine all the way to the north of all the ones that we've been exploring over the last few weeks. But this one is the most interesting. You know me, I always save the best for last. And I was able to pull up a little bit of history on this mine. They discovered this vein of tungsten ore at this location back in 1915, and then they started production in 1916. But it wasn't until the mid to late 40s is when things really started getting crazy up here. And then finally in 1953, they were producing so much, or pulling so much tungsten ore out of the side of the hill, that they brought in a mill from Idaho and brought it all the way out here and assembled it. Yeah, that was in 1952. I think I just said that. So we're going to look around. We're going to see if we can find the old mill site. There's some buildings around here, but we're just going to slowly and methodically work our way from the bottom all the way up to the top. It's about maybe 500 or 600 foot ascent to the uppermost workings of this mine. All right, without further ado, let's get started. All right, everybody, let's explore this old mine. So down in the bottom there, that's where I got old Bob parked, and we hiked up just a little ways, and you can see at the bottom of this waste rock pile, there's some kind of a flume or ducting that they were using to funnel the ore down the side of the hill here and probably into an ore bin that's no longer here, or just directly into the truck that was parked down below. Turning around here as we enjoy another beautiful Nevada day. This week has just been absolutely gorgeous. Looking down here, you can tell at one time they did have rail, and according to the report, this is supposed to be the original workings of this mine. We'll just have to see when we get in here. But first, we got to get around the foliage. So let's do that. All right, let go. There we go. Head over here. And immediately upon entering, we have a nice cool breeze. Yeah. All right. Let's get some light on the situation here. There we go. We'll head on inside. Nice big haulage at it. At least 5 feet across on the floor. Good 6 feet, 6.5 feet tall. Oh, even getting bigger. 7 feet, 8 feet. Wow, look at all of the bat patina. Yeah, speaking of bats, look at what we have right here. Uh-oh. It's funny how they always like to fly right at your face before taking up deeper into the mine. Yeah, see all that stuff on the rocks? That is bat poo. So they spend a lot of time coming in here, don't they? Hanging from the wall or from the back. And we've got a stope Let's look up there. Oh yeah. Gives you an idea of the width of the vein that they're mining. About 2.5 to 3 feet thick. There it is right there, working its way down. And this right here is what they were mining. I'll point it out to you. From, come on now, work with me, laser. From here to here. And it just kind of goes narrow, then it goes fat again. Turning around, let's look at it from this direction. Can we see the vein of tungsten? Yeah, see, like right there, it's narrow. Then it gets fat again. Not really much to look at. Yeah, a tungsten mine isn't as much fun to work in as a gold mine would be. All right, what do we have over here? Little thing going off that way, but stops right there. Okay, turning around. What do we have up here that's shiny on the side of that ore chute? Interesting. Ooh, it stinks really bad through this section. I'm gonna say, hey, what's this? What do we got down here? We got treasures from a previous explorer. Yeah, that's what that is. That is an old LED pinch light. Yep. An LED pinch light. All right, that's not metal. That's actually more pack rat patina running down the side of that ore chute. Down here on the floor once again, we've got a Prince Albert can and a board that was laid down so that somebody could run a wheelbarrow in here and so that it'd have a nice smooth surface. Looking up that direction, what we got up here? Looks like they started probing the vein right there, and they gave up on it. Well, up to this point, I have not seen any old dynamite drill holes, which is I want to see the size of one. That'll give me an indication of how old this part of the mine might be. All right. Just going to keep chasing Mr. Bat further and further up here. And there he is. Yeah, all right, we'll hug the wall so that you can go back to your little hanging spot, guy. Come on now. What do we got up in here? Oh, we got yeah, see? That's what I was telling you. I can date this mine right now by looking at the size of that hole. See, the drill holes in the early 1900s weren't that large, but the ones in the 1940s were, and early 50s. Yeah. All right, that's it for this one. I'm not going to believe the report. I don't think this is the oldest workings. So let's head back outside, go higher up on the hill. We got a little bit of walking to do, make it to the road, and then eventually we're going to make it to that cabin that I showed you on the tail end of last week's video. All right, guys, I'll see you up there. All right, guys, we're making our way higher and higher up the side of the hill here. Quite the hike, and I want to take just a second to show you the stopes. There's one down there. That's the one we looked up into a moment ago. We got a small one here, and then over here, that one right there. That probably led down to that ore chute is where this one went. Look at the size of this open stope here. So here is a good example of, again, of the vein that they're mining. I'm going to point it out to you here. Give me a second. Get past this. There we go. Okay. See it right there? Right here. That's what they're mining. And if you can follow this vein, you can clearly see it. on Google Earth, going right up the side of this hill on an upper left to a lower right dip, okay? And it's dipping at about a 70-degree angle. Everything to the left and to the right of that vein is dolomite limestone. Okay, continuing on. I don't know, guys. Maybe I bit off a little bit more than I can chew with this one. It's taken me forever to get up to the side of this hill. This is indeed the steepest ascent that I've done beginning this summer's exploring season. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been only able to hike like maybe I can get up maybe 20-25 yards and take a break. 20-25 yards, take a break. It's really steep. There's no roads. I may have found the trail that the miners were using. A road did come up about quarter of the way, then stopped, and from that point there's kind of a trail. I mean, it's just really overgrown. It's hard to tell if it is, but I don't know, guys, how in the heck these miners were getting up here, unless at one time there was an aerial tram in the area. So we're gonna have to try to figure out how they got their materials up here. I don't know. Hiked it with mule or an aerial tram, I don't know, but I'm getting there. Whew. Boy, holy cow. All right, guys, made it to the cabin, and I gotta tell you, that has got to be the most grueling hike that I have made in quite a long time. Oh, it took nearly 2 hours to climb up the side of that hill. I got up here, I was sweating like crazy. Oh, I just peeled off my shirt. I gotta cool down. I'm drinking water like crazy. Oh my gosh. You know, last time I felt this way was when I hiked up to those lead mines with Mr. M. That was what, not last winter, but the winter before. I'll put a link down in the description area in case you're interested in watching it. Whew, so yeah, I'm just gonna lay back here for a little while. I'm gonna keep sipping on my water and get a little snack, and then we're gonna get started on this one, okay? All right, guys, I'll be back. All right, let's start things off over here first. Now, here is a piece of 1-inch cable, and that would have stretched down the hill. I'm not quite sure where, maybe where we were exploring another adit, but right over here is what looks like what was part of a tram tower. So indeed, they did have a tram on this at one time. Let's see, right around the corner here. Right here, I believe, is the door to the cabin. Here is what very well could have been part of the tram tower right there. Big, stout 12x12s. And then up here, look at this just beautiful cabin high on the mountaintop. Not too many people come up here, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove that to you. Look at this, isn't this beautiful? Now, let's look at the construction of it before we head inside. Look at that. It's built like a traditional log cabin. Now, think of what it took to get that material up the side of this hill. I suppose it wouldn't have been all that hard if they brought it up in the buckets using the tram tower, but still the labor is just unreal. All right, let's head on inside where I was taking my little nap. And here we are. Not much in here. Little shelf over there. And I wonder what that thing was. You know, they built this shelf right here. Makes you wonder if they were laying maybe some drill steel on top of that shelf, and then they were putting the ends. There was something right here so that they could lay it down and retool the ends. I don't know, it's just a best guess. Now, let me show you proof how there hasn't been too many people up here. Look here, guys. Notice the door still has the glass in it, unbroken. I mean, we don't see that very often, do we? No. Usually the wind smashes the door back and forth and breaks the glass, or people just break the glass. Now, over here, oops. Let me show you something. This is where the miners would come. Sit down, take a break. Now, we've seen many of these over the last few mines we've explored over the last few weeks. These are the dry cells for an ever-ready battery. That's what it says right there, ever-ready. Pipe coupling. French fried salted mix. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I take that back. French fried salted mixed nuts by Fritos. But the thing is the whole bottom of the can's been perforated, so they were using that as a strainer for something. It's kind of interesting, huh? Yeah, so what do you say we head over to the portal? Okay, I'll see you over there. All right, here we are coming up on the portal. We got ourselves a little trestle right here. Yeah, and they were dumping all that waste rock right down the side of the hill here. Yeah, I breathed into my O2 sensor. Okay, up the hill we go. Boy, it better be open. I'd hate to have to hike all the way up this hill for nothing. Look at that. Isn't that a nice shot? At the cabin off there and the trestle. In this case, a half trestle. And there it is. There's our portal. Look at this bench up here. Yeah. Let's take a peek inside real quick. And it looks like we're open, guys. All right. Very good. All right, well, we got to do what we always do. So it's pretty important. Let everybody know that we're here. Yeah. Let everybody know that we're here. Now, I was really hoping that there. This right here, you see me carrying around, this is my Skydio drone in this box. That's the autonomous flying drone that you see following me around in a lot of those aerial shots. I really wanted to get this up in the air today for you guys so that you could get a better perspective and layout of this site, but we're getting a lot of updrafts, unfortunately, and I'm afraid if I send it up, we're gonna have a flyaway. That wouldn't be good. You get a flyaway on a place like this, you're never gonna get your drone back. So yeah, I tried, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. Okay, let's head on inside. Danger, unsafe mine. Let's go see how unsafe it really is. Lights. Camera. Here we are. Nice, large, very large ore pass. Look at this, guys. Again, what, 5 feet across? Look at this. 5 feet across, 7, nearly 8 feet tall. Yeah, you can tell I'm tired. Yeah, you can hear it. I hope we don't run into a whole bunch of ladders and things, because I don't know if I have enough energy to be able to climb them. We'll just have to see what we find. Very cool. Wow, this is great. Look at the size of this mine. Well, they, you know, for them to bring a whole mill up here in the early 50s, that tells me that they really got into it. They got into good tungsten ore. Now here we've got a ladder going up. Let's get around this here and I can point up there and show you what we got going on. All right, turning around. Ladder going up. And that's it. There maybe at one time used to be another ladder going over here up into that raise. But nothing that we're gonna get ourselves into. No. Let's stay on the primary here. Whew. Yeah, it's a good thing I took my shirt off and dried it out in the sunshine. It's really chilly in here. You've got to be kidding me. That is it? That's as far in as this mine goes? Wow. I never would have guessed that. What do we have here? We've got a little raise right here. They were working up the vein in a real narrow pocket, and that's it. Okay. Let's look back down on the ground. Do we see any artifacts at all? I see another 9-volt. What is it? No, that's says 6-volt or 9-volt battery. I can't remember now. Let's look. Yeah, it's the lantern battery is all it is. All right, turn it around. How disappointing. How incredibly disappointing for them to go through that much trouble, and this is as far in as they went. Wow. And this was blasted in after World War II. Well, maybe the price of tungsten ore just, maybe the bottom fell out, you know? And it wasn't worth it. Nobody likes to work for free. I'm looking around for any artifacts. I'm not seeing anything. No. Oh, that's just really disappointing. I mean, they started out with a whole lot of ambition to make the holojet at this large. Look at that. Well, the only thing we have that's left to explore, we got to work our way around the side of the hill. There's another mine up there. Going to be another little bit of a hike to get to it. But let me show you on the drone footage what I'm talking about right now, okay? Yeah, right there. So you had, they made a flat spot. You can see where they used to have rail. They were dumping the waste rock off to the left there and off the side of the hill. And then somewhere off to the right must be the adit. So let's go work our way over there next. All right, well that's where we're trying to get to. Look up there. At one time there was a ladder going up to that thing up there, that platform. But there is kind of a path here. It's just going to take me a bit to zigzag my way up. I would think that they would make this in such a way for getting tools and material up here. I hope so. I just hope it just doesn't a dead end. How are we going to get up there? I gotta take a break. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty darn tired, guys. I don't know how much vertical hiking I can do. I'll be back. All right, went around the corner here. There's a small ladder. Went up there, and then you see right there, there's a ladder that used to go from the bottom all the way up to the platform, and it's now all fallen apart. That's how the miners got up there. Now, looking off to my left and right, all of this is real steep cliffs, and it gets even worse as we look around over this direction, over that way. The cliffs get even steeper. So, at one time, the original miner, somebody did a whole lot of free climbing to get up to that. Then they dropped down a line so that they could finally attach this cable that you're seeing right here before me. And once they got the cable in place, then they could start tramming up the equipment. You can kind of see what's left of that tram tower right down there in the bottom. Right there. Okay, now here's the truth of the situation. All of that above me is free climbing, and a lot of it. And I'm just too fatigued. I've already climbed this mountain somewhere between 500 and 600 feet. I don't have it in me, and I'm not going to try because that's how you get hurt. So there's a road well to the northeast of this location. So what I may be able to do in the future, guys, is take old Bob on that road, get as close to this location as possible, then hike, and then come at it from high elevation and then drop in onto it like that. Problem is that road right now is covered in snowfields and mud. So maybe we can take another stab at this higher mine later in the summer. But there's no way. I've got too much lactic acid in my muscles right now. I can feel it. I just don't have it up. I don't have it in me. It would be too dangerous to free climb these cliffs. All right, I'm gonna work my way back down. If I see something interesting along the way, I'll be sure to show it to you. Next week on Abandoned and Forgotten Places.